When you are poor, if you have dreams, you'll never feel poor.
What's the difference between you and Jack Ma?
I was working in the trenches day in and day out. Everything I was eating, breathing, sleeping, photography.
Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Carmichael. This channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you too. You have Michael Jordan level talent at something. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from Jack Ma. Also, if you want to have more self-love and confidence, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
The people who do the model should believe in the model, and I believe what I do.
In my apartment, when we started, 18 founders, and we aim high, we have a dream. We say we want to become the top 10 internet companies or websites in the world. Guys, at that time, we are ranking several million names. But we say, we want to be number 10, or the top 10 of the world. We want to make this company last 102 years, and we don't know where's our pay next month. Well, when you are poor, if you have dreams, you'll never feel poor. You know what we are doing? So we never say we will win next year or we win tomorrow. We say we will win in 10, 20 years. 19 years passed. Today, we are the top 10 websites, internet companies in the world.
What's the difference between you and Jack Ma? You both have crazy dreams. You both started with the odds stacked against you. You both started with very little resources. So what's the difference? The difference is that Jack kept believing in his dreams and his ideas when most people quit and give up. So I actually think you should be on a mission for life. I'm not a big believer in 5-year goals or 10-year goals. I think they can help, but I think if you have a 5 or 10-year goal, you're actually thinking small because you can't predict where you're gonna be in 5 or 10 years. Just like the person you were 5 or 10 years ago could not have designed the life for where you're at right now. Not if you're growing, because the world's changing too quickly and you're growing and evolving. So the ideas and goals that you had 5 years ago may not even be relevant anymore, but the mission stays the same. My mission is believe. Right? Your purpose comes from your pain. So my mission is believe. I want to support entrepreneurs because I struggled so much as an entrepreneur. And I think it's the world's biggest problem. I think the world's biggest problem is people don't believe in themselves enough. I think any other problem that you come up with should have already been solved by now, but the person who could solve that, cancer, the woman who should have solved cancer is an account manager at McDonald's. Because she never tried going to medical school, or 2, she did, but she didn't believe in herself enough to chase it down because everybody around her was telling her that she's crazy. You should be crazy. You're doing something that's never been done before. You're on a mission, right? And so no matter how many people I touch with all of my content, all of my channels, every video that I'm making, every speaking gig, every city that I go to, no matter how many people I touch, it's not going to be enough. I think that's great. I think you should have a mission so big that you're never going to actually accomplish it. I think of Ted Turner's father, who when he made a certain amount of money, became a millionaire, or whatever the number was, he killed himself because he hit his goal. And hitting your goal is actually sad. And so Ted Turner decided that I'm going to set a goal so big that I can never hit it. And that's way more where I'm aligned. I think you should have a mission, something so big that you can never hit it. Some people think of that as, well, it's too big, and so why even try? And I think of that starfish example of the kids at the beach with the starfish, and there's like 1 million starfish on the beach, and she's throwing the starfish back in the water so they can live. And the guy walks by and says, "What are you doing? You can't save all the starfish." And she says, "I know, but I can save that one, and this one, and that one." Right? And so each person that you help, each step you take is beneficial, it's helpful. You never want to actually hit the goal, but you wake up every day working your face off to try to hit the goal. Right? To hit that mission. And so that's belief for me, and I desperately hope that you find it for you. So how do you keep believing in your dreams? I'm gonna give you a 3-step process that I think will help. Number 1 is make big decisions with your heart. So big decisions with the heart, small ones with the head. At the beginning, when you're trying to decide what to do, your head and your heart often will fight, they'll conflict, they won't be aligned because your head only understands a world that currently exists. It's safe, it's practical, it's logical, it knows what currently exists. Where your heart can create something brand new. Your heart can imagine something that's never existed before. And so they clash at the beginning, right? Your heart wants to go do this thing, but you don't know how it's going to work out because it doesn't make sense because nobody's done it before. And especially someone who looks like you with your resources and your education, your background and your connections and your financial situation. Nobody like you has ever done it before. That's what your head's saying. And so there's this big fight. You need to take control of the situation. You need to get them aligned by saying, this is what I'm doing, right? Big decisions with the heart. And then your head's saying, oh, he's serious. She's serious. Okay, I better help because I don't want to die. And now your head starts working with you. Now your head starts helping you figure out how to actually go off and accomplish it. You're using your thinking side to help you accomplish your mission. But at the very beginning, it doesn't make sense, and so they'll fight. So the big decisions with the heart, and then the small ones with your head to help you figure out how to actually do it. Step number 2 is daily momentum. The biggest thing that you are missing is momentum. You're a genius, you have Michael Jordan level talent, you can save the world, you've got a big, ambitious, crazy mission that you're on. I love it, it's amazing, that's why you're here, that's why you're an entrepreneur, let's go, right? I'm excited pretty easily about entrepreneurship. The problem is you don't have momentum. There's no momentum. Nothing's happening enough on a daily basis. And so you need daily momentum. It doesn't matter that you watch one video like this and then you're on fire the rest of the day. It has to be every day, every single day. You have to build momentum to your business. Too many entrepreneurs, they start and they stop, and they start and they stop, and they start and they stop. They never get anywhere because they're too busy starting and stopping. And then you wonder, where's my, you didn't create the momentum. That's what's missing. Every single day, do the thing, put it into your morning routine that makes you feel bold, alive, unstoppable, confident, and then go out and create momentum. That is your duty, your responsibility, your must every single day. Create momentum. And then step number 3 is ask yourself, what would the most bold version of you do? What would the most bold version of you do? Just ask that question. Here's your mission. Here's what you're trying to accomplish. You're looking at your calendar. You're looking at what you want to accomplish. What would the most bold version? Just eliminate any insecurities, eliminate fears, eliminate judgment, eliminate the toxic people for your life just for this magical, 18 seconds. And ask yourself, what would the most bold version of me do? And then see what comes back. And then chances are that's the actual thing that you should be doing. Because you know what? You do bold things. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that question of the day, I wanna know, what would the most bold version of you do? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you promise to take action after watching this video, we don't just watch videos here, Believe Nation, we do something. If you promise to take action after watching, put hashtag Believe in the comments as a promise to yourself, and then get to work.
You know squirrels can't find 74% of the nuts they hide? Is that a fun fact or what? Because you've been burying your dreams all your damn life. And guess what? You keep thinking you're waiting for the right time. When winter comes, you go find your little acorns, right? You think you're gonna find them? Let me tell you something. You keep burying those dreams, the longer you wait, the harder they are to find. It's time you dig those things out right now and find them and put them right in front of you again and go chase them. You can have a great family and a great business and a great financial situation and feel great about yourself and travel the world and do whatever the heck it is you want, but you need to dig those dreams out right now.
What were the milestones or like inflection points or chance encounters that led you to the point where you're flying around in helicopters with top athletes, but what were some of those points for you?
A couple of the key ones, actually taking the camera that my grandfather passed to me when he died and actually teaching myself the art in a very unencumbered sort of way, where there was a lot of freedom to make mistakes, freedom to learn, and a reliance on yourself. So to me, that's a great way to learn, and to learn from others in a not dissimilar to Creative Live, how the world's best. Like I would meet up with people all over the world and just connect with them around photography. So the learning phase, there was a lot of opportunity for exploration and making mistakes, and there wasn't a lot of stakes early on, but as soon as I decided that I wanted to do that, I threw myself into a lot of stakes, like I know I want to do this professionally, how can I do it? Move to Steamboat, meet the right people, and then there is instantly stakes. I know that's a big thing for you with increasing the stakes, so it can accelerate learning. So the camera and having a little freedom to explore and play.
Yeah.
basically, like get familiar in a way where there's not pressure. Then I put myself in a little bit of a pressure cooker by saying, and I didn't really declare it.
Yeah.
I said, like, I declared it to myself, but not overtly. I said, I'm going to try and do this. Being in a community, like putting yourself at the heart of where that stuff is happening.
Right.
If you want to do a startup, it's much easier in Silicon Valley than it is in Detroit.
Yeah.
For example. So
For sure.
I did the equivalent of move to that I wanted to shoot skiing and snowboarding, so I went to a hardcore ski town. Again, I don't want to pretend that I didn't do it. So this is like a 10-year overnight success program
right,
here.
right.
Like I was
Of course,
working
yeah.
in the trenches day in and day out, everything. I was eating, breathing, sleeping, photography. But when I was able to start to sort of monetize my craft, I did so at a very high price point.
If you want to know how billionaire Sarah Blakely manifests her ideas, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.